Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I am going to speak about an incredible invention of our time, the rocket, its structure, how it works, and what does the Quran tell us about exploring space. What is a rocket? A rocket is a vehicle designed to travel through space. Unlike cars or airplanes, rockets can fly beyond the Earth's atmosphere. They are fast, powerful, and essential for space exploration. Structure of a rocket. The rocket is made up of several key parts. Payload. The top part of the rocket where astronauts, satellite, or cargo are stored. Rocket body. Airframe. The body of the rocket that holds everything together and protects it during flight. Fuel tanks. Propellants. Rockets carry their own fuel and oxygen to burn in space where there is no air. The fuel is liquid hydrogen plus liquid oxygen. Engines. Thrusters. They produce thrust, a force that pushes the rocket up into the space. Fins or guidance system. These help the rocket stay on course and stable during the flight. This is a model of Chandrayaan 3 whose weight was 3,900 kg. It used 2,300 kg of fuel to travel the distance of 384 km to Moon. How does a rocket work? Rockets work based on Newton's third law of motion. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Here's how it works. When the rockets burn fuel, hot gases are pushed downwards. This pushes the rocket upwards. As it climbs, it may drop its parts of the body called stages to reduce weight and go higher. The Quran and the space travel. Even though the rockets are modern invention, the Quran encouraged the study of heavens and even mentioned the possibility of reaching the skies long before the rockets were invented. Allah says in the Holy Quran, Surah Rahman, Surah number 55, ayat number 33, Ya ma'ashar al-jinni wal-insi in istata'tum aw tanfuzu min aqtaris samawati wal-ardi fanfuzu, la tanfuzuna illa bisultan. O company of jinn and mankind, if you are able to pass beyond the regions of the heaven and the earth, then pass. You will not pass except with authority, power. These words show that space travel is possible, but only with knowledge, power and permission from Allah, something we have achieved today with science and technology. Lessons from the Quran. Islam does not oppose science. The Quran invites us to observe, explore and reflect. Allah says in the Holy Quran, Surah Ghashiyah, Surah number 88, ayat number 17 to 20, أَفَلَا يَنْظُرُونَ إِلَى الْإِبْلِ كَيْفَ خُلِقَتْ وَإِلَى السَّمَاءِ كَيْفَ رُفِعَتْ وَإِلَى الْجِبَالِ كَيْفَ نُصِبَتْ وَإِلَى الْأَرْضِ كَيْفَ سُطِحَتْ. Do they not look at the camels, how they are created, and at the sky, how it is raised, and at the mountains, how they are set up, and at the earth, how it is spread out? These words shows that observing nature, skies, and creation leads us to better understand science and faith. Applications of rocket today. The rockets are used for many purposes including space exploration, sending astronauts to moon, Mars and beyond, communication satellites, for internet, phones and TV signals, weather forecasting. Some satellites are used to predict storms and climate, military defense. Some rockets are used for national security. Why it matters to us. As Muslims, we must learn science with the intention of pleasing Allah, use our knowledge for helpful and beneficial purposes. Remember that all knowledge comes from Allah Al-Amin, the All-Knowing. Who knows, maybe one of us will be the next space rocket, inshallah. In conclusion, rockets are powerful tools that help us explore space. Their design and functioning are based on science, but inspired by curiosity, something the Quran encouraged. So let us study with sincerity, aim high, and always connect our learning with our deen. Wallahu alam, jazakallahu khaira. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.